something truly incomprehensible is the voids that occupy the space between stars, galaxies, and so on. For example, our nearest neighbor, Proxima Centauri, is 4.22 light-years away from us. So traveling at the speed of light, it would still take 4.22 years to reach it, assuming we would have the technology to reach such velocities. I talked about this in a previous episode, but Proxima Centauri has an Earth-like planet orbiting in its habitable zone. The first indications of the exoplanet were found in 2013 by Miko Tuomi of the University of Hertfordshire. To confirm the possible discovery, the European Southern Observatory launched the Pale Red Dot project in January 2016, when its existence was confirmed. But astronomers doubt that it is habitable since the planet is subject to stellar wind and pressures of more than 2,000 times those experienced on Earth from the solar wind. Although it is unlikely that life might thrive on Proxima Centauri b, 715 other Earth-like exoplanets have been discovered to date. In 2013, astronomers reported, based on the Kepler space mission data, that there could be as many as 40 billion Earth-sized planets orbiting in the habitable zones of sun-like stars in the Milky Way. The speed of light. One might think that that is the speed I'm showing on the video right now, but this is actually 100 light-years per second. A speed entirely theoretical since nothing can possibly reach this speed. But to give you an idea of how huge and vast space really is, let me give you an idea by making you move through space at the speed of light. Now, you might think I simply put an image of the middle of our galaxy and bamboozled you, but you're actually moving at 299,792,558 meters per second. It truly gives you a sense of scale. This is the Orion Nebula, also known as Messier 42 or M42, is a nebula in our Milky Way galaxy. Being south of the Orion's belt in the constellation of Orion, it is one of the brightest nebulae and is visible to the naked eye in the night sky. M42 is located at a distance of 1,344 light-years away and is the closest region of massive star formation to Earth. The M42 nebula is estimated to be 24 light-years across. To give you a perspective, that distance is equal to going all the way to the nearest star from the Sun 6 times. It has a mass of about 2,000 times that of our Sun. The Orion Nebula is one of the most scrutinized and photographed objects in the night sky. It's not hard to know why. I mean, look at that, it's beautiful. It is among the most intensely studied celestial features. The nebula has revealed much about the process of how stars and planetary systems are formed and collapsing clouds of gas and dust. Astronomers have directly observed protoplanetary disks, brown dwarfs, intense turbulent motions of gas, and photonizing effects of massive nearby stars in the nebula. It is truly one of my favorite celestial objects. On the 18th of September 1846, French mathematician Urbain Le Verrier sent a letter to the Berlin Observatory. The letter contained precise mathematical predictions of a previously undiscovered eighth planet in the solar system. A few days later, within 1 degree of its predicted location, Neptune was discovered. Leverrier was able to predict its location at existence based on the seemingly inconsistent orbit of Uranus, but something still didn't quite add up. Uranus' orbit still showed slight deviation from what was to be expected. This left some to speculate that there could be yet another planet beyond the orbit of Neptune. This potential 9th planet received the nickname Planet X, and in 1930 it was announced that it had been discovered. But Pluto was not what we expected to find. It was so tiny both in terms of mass and size. So tiny in fact that it could not account for the orbital irregularities of Uranus. It wasn't Planet X. In 1989, the space probe Voyager 2 made a flyby of Neptune. New information based on the information it collected revealed that the orbits of Uranus and Neptune were just fine. It turns out that the perceived anomalies were the result of not having sufficiently accurate measurements. There was no need for a Planet X as everything checked out. In hindsight, the discovery of Pluto was completely accidental. This is the only photo taken from another body beyond Mars. It was taken in 2005 and is from the surface of Saturn's largest moon, Titan. Now, Titan is an interesting place. Just like the Earth, it has lakes and rivers. Unlike the Earth, these are not filled with water, but instead liquid ethane, methane, and propane. You see, the average temperature on Titan is around minus 180 degrees Celsius. Because it's so extremely cold, the probe only remained functional for around 90 minutes after touchdown, and was only able to send this single photograph. Titan has also a very interesting atmosphere, which consists of a thick haze. The atmosphere is several times denser than here on Earth, and gravity on Titan is several times weaker. If you weighed, say, 80 kilos, you would only weigh around 12 kilos on Titan. In fact, if you could theoretically survive on the surface and had a wingsuit on, because of the low gravity coupled with the dense atmosphere, you would be able to fly by simply waving your arms around.